Let's begin. Game 2. We took a pause since the last time we reviewed. I only managed to get one game done. Now we're going to continue. We start off in a place where TSM are drafting quite a nasty composition here. We saw multiple ways of dealing with Sona Taric. We saw the funnel from G2. We saw the Blitzcrank and the 1-3-1 composition, just avoiding the team fights against the Sona Taric. The strength of Sona Taric is, of course, that they scale incredibly well into fights and everything. A lot of games revolve around the Nashor and the team fight that you put yourself in. TSM have drafted a lot of strong champions that can really use the Taric ult and the healing in shape of Hecarim and Irelia. I think something that a lot of teams that are playing Sona Taric, that are missing Engage. We saw Fnatic, for example, play Sion Kindred, which is just too weak of an engage in comparison to, for example, a Hecarim or Irelia. Something that people might miss is that Irelia actually is really, really good at engaging. It's very easy to engage with Irelia, but usually you don't want to because you get one-shotted. And with Taric and with Sona, that changes the circumstances big time. Another thing that is a weakness of Sona Taric is against most lanes, they don't control the wave too much. They don't control the wave, and they are easy to gank. You have Rek'Sai on red side here. It was pretty much a trade-off. Something that Team Liquid could have done here is that they could have freaking trapped the Taric big time. So with the Taric first pick, you put yourself in a position where enemy team can just pick Sona, and then you have a Taric that is going to be not so good into the Sona lane, and you get another high priority pick here. So if they go Rek'Sai Sona here, maybe they could have put TSM in trouble. They take the Hecarim, put it in the jungle for later. I think Rek'Sai should be dominant in the matchup. Team Liquid's goal here should be to try to disrupt the Sona Taric lane as much as possible with the Ashe, Zyra and Rek'Sai. They can do a lot of poking with Ashe, Zyra, but doesn't really matter when you play against Sona Taric. It's all about making sure that you can dive or not. Zoe, also the pick, I think is very weak against Sona Taric. You want to poke and one-shot people, but I think TSM composition kind of denies that. They can't really play 1-3-1 with Ashe, Zyra and Zoe. No one really wants to go on side, and Hecarim has a lot of free targets here. I like the Lux pick into Zoe. I think it's a decent matchup. You could cleanse, and then whenever she ults, you can Q her for free and so forth. And I think it's an okay champion, and I think considering the composition, the shielding is nice, and the ult to finish people off, to keep people in kill range is also good. Another thing is that right now when they have Ashe and Zoe, you just want to pick something that naturally wants to pick cleanse and is happy with it. And I think Zyra is also very weak against poke. I think Rek'Sai has a hard time getting onto Lux as well, and I think it's a solid pick here. Irelia blind pick against a lot of other top laners might be scary. I don't know, maybe you could play something like I don't know, maybe Darius. Fiora is also something people love picking into this. Fiora could be really, really good because all of a sudden you have that split push threat and TSM would have to dive. Maybe they could dive with this composition and force, and all of a sudden you have a situation for yourself where maybe you can poke them at Nash, you can pull off a good Zyra ultimate, you have some kind of win condition. Goodbye Kobe. The last pick is Cannon, which I think is quite a disaster. You know, Cannon doesn't really it's a fine lane into Irelia, gets hard outscaled in split. I think you just match teamfight with teamfight is not the idea you should have into Sona Taric. But I think Team Liquid is very one-dimensional in that way, that they are always playing towards the teamfight compositions. I think this is going to be something that they struggle with. I don't think I saw Jensen going side that much throughout the split, but then again I didn't watch a lot of games. I love these review streams. Yeah, me too. Let's take a look at this game. I think TSM have clearly much better draft. But I think Team Liquid could have punished. Sona, Rek'Sai, boom, would have been juicy. A lot of discussion about if Conqueror or the what's it called? Hail of Blades is better on Rek'Sai. I personally like the Conqueror. The question is here if Team Liquid can get an advantage early, because TSM should be outscaling them pretty hard. Rek'Sai is a stronger jungler, Cannon should have prio. With Rek'Sai dominating River, I think Irelia will have a hard time early. If they can snowball it, then they have an opportunity to do something. But obviously I already know the result of the game. Rek'Sai first on River, Hecarim doesn't have a lot of options. Hecarim is spotted on a pretty neat ward here over the Dragon Pit. He was spotted here. So they know, Team Liquid know about their position. We have kind of a map divide here. Flash from Smoothie into flash of Zyra. Not that great, considering Arcadian here is going to lose his crab. Maybe he had an opportunity to take it and sneak it before Rek'Sai comes. They went for the gank on bottom instead. And Hecarim is going to get quite suffocated here. Curious part here is the mid lane prio situation, because I think Rek'Sai should be able to invade this space. Zyra and Ashes is completely safe in this space. They have a ward, and Sona Taric have no prio. So I think Rek'Sai, if he maneuvers himself into a position where he goes onto enemy blue side with Cannon prio, I think all should be good. And they could have punished here Hecarim pretty heavily. Okay, interesting. Not sure how this happened. I'm assuming that he just got hit by E when Irelia had stacks. This is quite a disaster. Here I think Rek'Sai just wasted time. I think cutting Rek'Sai off onto like going topside is the right decision here for Rek'Sai. I think there's no way in hell Hecarim can take this space. He was too low HP after golems. I think this is a pathing error from Xmithy. What do you think about Blitzcrank pick into Taric Sona? I think it's fantastic. Because early on Taric needs to be the one CSing, and if he's standing melee on the creeps and you get prio with Blitzcrank, then you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna hook Taric and you're gonna punish him, and all will be good. Zoe should have prio into Lux, Deluxe. Okay. I think Irelia is in a very, very good state. Another Doran's Blade bot by Impact. I think Irelia is super happy that she came out even. I think Rek'Sai should have... it's such a big mistake that right now Hecarim is ahead of Rek'Sai. It's a massive mistake from Xmithy, I think. He could have punished big time. Like, the mistake in the first place was that Acadian ganked bottom. But the punish to ganking bottom, I think they should have just fucking taken everything, pressured the Irelia off, and the wave top would bounce, and he would be fucked. Hecarim being even right now should not be the case. They're looking for the Zyra with no flash, but it's tricky. Like, Team Liquid can manage the wave however they want, and they can just play on the timers of Rek'Sai always. Got caught by the binding there. Let's see what he picks up with the spellbook. It's a heal. It's a heal. Okay. There's nothing fancy to take, because Bixen's running cleanse. The poke doesn't really seem to matter in bottom. So it's very important for Team Liquid to create action here. I think TSM 2v2 mid, they have some potential after Hecarim 6. Maybe they can one-shot Zoe with a full combo, and they can make something like that happen. I don't know if Red Smite Hecarim is the way to go, because Blue Smite gives you plenty of AD when you use it as well. Team Liquid are pressing the advantage. I think TSM should look for Hecarim level 6 and then try to pressure to 2v2, because right now they don't have bottom prio. They need to pretty much fight for the 2v2 mid prio, which I think TSM have shown in a lot of other games that they do very, very well. As long as Hecarim is not 6, I think they lose though. Broken Blade laning very, very well here. Like, we don't get to see much, but the fact that it's even is really, really huge for the matchup. Cannon needs to rack up the advantage early on, and he's just not doing it. I don't know if Klepto is too greedy, if you have to go either Airy or Spellbook to make sure you have more power, but I'm not too sure. Irelia also has priority now for the topside crab, which as long as Hecarim is ahead, it's always going to be nice here. Broken Blade makes kind of a blunder. Xmithy is going to try to look for the Q, if I remember correctly. What's the flash? Okay, so Broken Blade threw away his advantage there, but Hecarim still gets the crab, so it's not that big of a deal. Cannon should not be able to keep TP advantage. Yeah, his wave, Cannon wave onto the tower, he would lose everything if he doesn't TP. It's fun to play YamatoCannon because even though you lose a lot of CS and shit, you just don't give a fuck. Because it's like right now, sure they're behind, but they're gonna catch up eventually with the gold, and reaching item spikes is really not that big of a deal when you play YamatoCannon, because it's just the purpose of the champions are always the same. You're going to win the team fights, you're going to heal the poke. The items, sure, they're fancy and all, but falling behind is not like being an AD carry, you know, and you're going to have impact at 3 items or whatever spike you're playing, whatever champ you're playing. On April 25th, my Twitch Prime will be free for you. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not gonna thank you before you do it. I don't trust you. I'm just kidding. I couldn't care less about subs. I'm a small time streamer. 70 viewers. I'm just doing things to keep busy and keep my mind fresh, you know. Mountain was also kind of a given because of the bot lane situation. Team Liquid are gonna keep pushing in, keep hitting the tower because it seems like that's the only advantage they can get. I don't think it's going to matter enough for Ashe to be relevant in later team fights. I still think Team Liquid, of course, they have some team fight power of their own, and if TSM misuse their ultimates or if they do something wrong, someone gets one-shotted, then of course I think Team Liquid can also win 5v5s. It's not to discredit their composition altogether because I think TSM is just stronger. They still have opportunities to chain CC someone, start off a fight in a good way, and then kite the enemies, because they have Ashe Zyra. Enemy needs to commit with the Hecarim and the Irelia. I just think that TSM are favored because they have very good ultimates to pull the trigger on to, for example, Ashe and Zyra. I think they have the higher likeliness of succeeding in a team fight in comparison to Team Liquid. But of course, Team Liquid can pull something off with one-shotting someone with Zyra Bubble, Zyra E, Ashe Arrow, Rexa Ultimate, Cannon Ultimate, and so forth. They have a lot of tools as well. The question is here, the way they start the Herald seems really crazy to me. This Hecarim build doesn't look that good. When I see Red Smite full AD jungle item, I thought the whole point is that you rush Trinity Force. I don't know if they can do this. Smithy backs off. Cadian avoiding vision, but gets spotted now. This doesn't look like a good 2v2 from TSM. I don't know why they're forcing. Looks kind of like a free lose. Oh, nice fear. Okay. Double of just TP back, and he had the blade timer, and with that in mind, I think they should be happy with this. I think at blade Ashe should be stronger, and with this fight, it means that Sona can base. Bless you.
Thank you.
Because the previous position here, If they don't fight here, and Ashe right now she's stepping back with Blade. Sona Tarek they really need to base because they're sitting on a lot of money, and this kind of gives them that. So I think it's a good 1-for-1 for TSM. Definitely in favor of TSM. Double if just TP back. Nothing sucks more than just TPing back and then getting screwed. I think TSM do kind of greedy bases here, so they will get punished harder than they needed to be. I think basing in the bush like that is when enemy has a support ward item already is quite a disaster. Coach J plays this beautifully. Ooh, juicy stuff. They're looking for the punish. Okay. I think Team Liquid, if they had that punish going for them and then the enemy was low and then they wouldn't chase and Hecarim wouldn't pick up those kills or that kill, I think it would have been really, really good. Not sure what Broken Blade was aiming for there with the Z, but it's okay. Ooh. Okay. Broken Blade showing off the moves. I just want to congratulate to your path in esports so far. You have come quite a long way since I met you at Campus Party Berlin. Thank you very much, Sin, for us. That was quite some time ago. Do you think TL would have the tools to effectively attack and punish the Sona Tarek lane in terms of dying them with mid jungle? I think Xmithy did pathing errors. He should have punished Hecarim harder. The fact that Hecarim is even and Hecarim reaches 6 at around the same time, I feel like the 2v2 of TSM has a similar potential to the one in topside. But yeah, playing Ashe against Hecarim is quite a disaster. It's definitely like a big yikes. It's something I wouldn't want to do. Second mountain, all ultimates are ready for TSM. They're ready to contest. Bjergsen looking for his level 11 with blue buff. Bjergsen fucking hurts right now with his poke. Same for Zoe. It's harder here for Bjergsen because he has a weaker position. Holy shit, they just don't give a shit. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, that's the return. Hard to get out after you go in against Zyra. They committed a lot to kill Ashe. 3 people fucking died on that day. How did Bjergsen end up in the pit? He just took the plant, I guess. Hey, poop. They need to get more value out of their ultimates. Like, sure, they one-shotted Ashe, but they used everything. There's a sleep, and then the root. Code JJ with some juicy Zyra mechanics. Feel bad for him. Well, I don't feel bad for him, but he's been playing really well. Code JJ Zyra. Archangel finished somehow with 53 CS. God bless this champ. You know, I'm playing Rise and I'm counting every CS I have to get to afford Archangel. Oh, 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 baby. Broken Blade. Broken Blade stomping impact. Do you think Broken Blade could be best top NNA eventually? Maybe. I don't know enough about North America to make such an assessment, but I think Broken Blade has been very impressive. Oh no, Broken Blade. Not like this. Okay. Celebrating his kill a bit too hard. I think the strategy right now for TSM should be that you just fucking buy MR and then you kill Ashe. Buy MR, kill Ashe. Buy MR, kill Ashe. There's a lot of penetration items here. I would be scared to buy it. But I would be scared buying it. You know, I think Morello is very juicy, right? So I think 1 is enough on Zyra. Ooh, those are the picks that we're talking about. No cleanse. Zyra damage. Boom. Zyra Ashe is a wonderful lane, but look at Hecarim go. Zyra just decides I need to just fucking ignore the Hecarim, because what do I do really? Okay. So this was a showcase of the Hecarim problem. This is an equation that Team Liquid cannot solve. Holy shit. And you know, the second issue is Team Liquid, you know, how do they really play their composition otherwise than trying to force these fights? And now TSM's composition is gonna start to take over, and what do you really do to get back into it? That's why I really like the 1-3-1, because team fighting against fucking Sonataric is going to be fucking difficult. You know, we're putting emphasis on Sonataric, but that's not really the issue. The issue is that Hecarim is one-shotting your backline. That's the problem. That's the one shot. Hecarim is like, shit man, I'm Hecarim. I am Hecarim, and I can do things. Jesus, what a champ. I'm gonna play some Hecarim tonight, that's what's up. Reginald. I can recognize that torso. JK. Can't wonder the shy Impact. I think Impact is gonna have a hard time. Kabushar was very disappointed by playing against Impact. Very disappointed. Okay. Love it when I... What's up with Broken Blade and tanking the tower like this? TP and bottom. Ashe and Zoe. Bit of a hard commitment for this. Get the dragon. The fact that Team Liquid's mid tower is down is going to be very hard for them. I think at this point, TSM, what they want to do is they just want to make sure they have mid prio, make sure that they can create flanks for Hecarim. One shot the Ashe and then let that magic resistance pop off. Look at that. Witsend, Banshee, Negatron building towards Abyssal Mask. It's looking quite dirty. Their plan is one shot Ashe, guys, and then we have insane value from our items. Double Morello. You know, it's extra rough because you want Morello for the effect against Tarek Sona. But buying Morello against enemy team when they have so much MR also sucks. It's really, really bad. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. Hello, Raptor Jesus. TL almost no CC? That's not true. Happy Easter from Poland, bro. Happy Easter. Bless you again. Are you allergic to Sonataric? Okay. Let's continue. TSM playing wise here. Wait. Why did they give up so much space on bottom? I think at this point you just fucking ignore top wave. Ignore top wave and you always contest space. I think top wave really doesn't matter. The CS just doesn't matter. Because right now the mistake is that they're showing on top wave when mid wave crashes. So what they want to do is they want to hide in fog, make sure they get the mid wave, and then go and catch the top wave. And ideally what you want to do is you want to take the wave very aggressively close to enemy second tower. and then you don't lose position onto bottom. Because if you kill the top wave very deep, it means you're going to be in time for bottom. But if you kill the wave like this, it means that Team Liquid is going to have space to get mid prio, and they're going to retake a lot of vision. Lux is now cut off, and they can all of a sudden now contest the space in their own jungle. I think Team Liquid should have committed a bit harder there. This was the best position they're ever going to be in, like right here. So Lux is cut off. I think they should contest the space into top side now, because Lux is not in a position to do so. Because if they're not able to go now, it means they're never going to be able to move, like either way. If you don't use this timer here, the game is lost. Because Lux just defended the mid tower and didn't get punished at all. This is kind of a strange move. Best fighting scenario, I guess. Oh, holy. This is strange. It's good for Team Liquid to trade TPs because Irelia is going to win the split on bottom. Oh, Tarakult was forced very awkwardly. Oh, exhaust. Hacker and Pony. TSM can play these fights so fucking bad and still win. Ooh, Sven with the crescendo. What about Svendo with the crescendo? So the fact that they forced the Tarek ultimate without nothing is fantastic. Smoothie's kind of in Africa here. Jensen misses his bubble. Impact fighting off Acadian. Impact has no flash here. Should we be able, like, I guess he can do this. If they commit on him, Zyra's gonna kill everyone. Okay. Boom. Exhaust lands. Holy. Okay. Very important flashes burnt from Team Liquid. Ashe, no flash. And Zyra, no flash. It's Hecarim's dinner for the next fight. Wait. It wasn't Reginald. It's Peter. Holy. Glodposk, the Wuza. Let's take a look now. Oh, that's a juicy word. It's a juicy word spotting Bjergsen here. And then they find the angle. Look at Zyra Rek'Sai go across the wall. Team Liquid, they just need to be cheeky to win this game. And this is definitely a way to be cheeky. Can they get Nashor off this? I'm not too sure. They kind of have to try. TSM team fighting is just so rough. So rough. Boom. How do you do this? Xmithy, I think he needed to build tank though. If he's tankier, has some armor, like, I know you want to buy damage on Rek'Sai to be useful at all, but I just think in a game like this, you need to have someone to tank the Nash. So no one can really tank Nash. Okay. Good moves. TSM want to pressure Team Liquid from taking the good path. And now when Team Liquid take the path all the way around, they just want to retake Nashor vision right now. They don't need to stay here for that long. That's a good stun. I think Impact really wanted to go there. Everyone was clumped up. Oh, this is, if you could see like the flash moment here. Okay, wait. That's your flash moment right there. Oof. Arrow goes wide. Good stun from Broken Blade. Chain Vest now on Rek'Sai. He wants to tank the Nash. Also wants to buy GA, it's pretty standard. But being able to tank Nash is something that they need to be able to do. Rough itemization for Zoe. I think usually you just want to buy the Death Cap right now. Because like, it needs Void Staff as well. And I think Banshee is very, very premium. Banshee is super, super premium. You don't have room to buy Banshee. Enemy team has full MR, you need Void. If you're gonna buy Void 4th with these items, well, you're not really a champ, I think. I think if you have 4 items on most champs and you don't have Death Cap Void, I think it's a sad life. Okay. Hey, early edition. XD. Just in time for the review. Oh, Bjergsen getting caught. That's a cleanse. Broken Blade popping off with his MR. Zoe with no damage. Oh! Ugh. As TSM are making a lot of blunders here, but Team Liquid, considering their composition, they're playing this quite well. Like, they know what they need to look for. They're punishing the monkeys. Monkey. Hecarim is going when he really doesn't need to go. Like, TSM can chill their nuggets here. I just feel like TSM, the moment they get the full Nash control, they can just start Nash, no one can really face check, and then they just turn with Hecarim, and they fight with their conditions. Because here, the way TSM is fighting, first Lux gets caught, Broken Blade gets caught, Broken Blade is running away when the ID here is to commit. Sure, in a perfect world, Broken Blade commits, and he is the one with the Tarek W, he connects with Hecarim, maybe they can kill them all, fine, but here is a complete lack of coordination. That's why I'm suggesting that they should just simplify. Play around the Nash and make a simplified call where you want to pretty much just turn on the enemy because they have no vision at all. But right now they're fighting in space where Team Liquid actually see. And it's very hard for Team Liquid to face check the enemy team. Reckless, Perks, Sneaky, or Double Lift, who are the best ADC? I think Reckless is still really, really insane, even though he's not going to MSI. There's only so much you can do in a team game. Oh, and right now, Acadian getting caught again. Because right now they are close in the wrong space. Team Liquid is in a really bad space already. It's hard to get into Nash space now. They'll have full mid prio, they play on mid wave, and then Team Liquid is going to be pushed out. But forcing into Team Liquid's vision all the time is a mistake. Because right now Acadian hard trolling, gets arrowed, Tarek Ult gets forced for nothing. Team Liquid actually gets a chance to do something here. But the Sona ulti is juicy. Broken Blade, ooh, Broken Blade, ooh, okay. Random flash. I respect it. Yeah. Oh, TSM don't really need to give a shit. This game was over for so fucking long. This is a draft issue. But it's insane how monkey level TSM played this game here. Acadian, they're looking for fights. Like, sure, you know, it's working, but they're not clean, these fights. They're not clean at all. And I think Team Liquid had very little to say about this game. I think the early game pathing, Xmithy could have punished Hecarim harder. I think that was a problem. I don't think you should be happy when you have Prio on bot, Prio on top, mid is contested. I think even Prio, Zoe's side, she has TP, she can play like a monkey, and you have the stronger jungler. I feel like Team Liquid need to create more in the early game. And this is something that you have to consider internationally. Like if they're playing this type of composition and the enemy team can get away with having weaker champs that want to scale into the game and not get punished, I think is a big problem. Also the fact that Impact was getting manhandled in the top side matchup when Hecarim spent very little time, or if any time at all, in top side, like outside of vision even. So I think Impact definitely showed this game that he can be a liability, and I think the level of competition is much fiercer at MSI. I think the top laners that are going, Khan freaking, what's his name? I want to call him Mustache. No, Khan, The Shy, and Wonder. None of those guys have a mustache, but I don't know. That's the word that came to my mind because I think it was because my mustache is itchy. Okay, that finishes up game number 2. It was a pretty straightforward game. Not much to say about it. I think TSM could have executed cleaner in the later parts, but yeah. It was a rough one for Team Liquid Draft. I would not want to play Ashe against that.